Hello friends, you're welcome back to the channel. Now, are you interested in studying in Canada, but the tuition fees and living expenses is a major problem for you? Well, today I'm bringing you good news because there is a fully funded scholarship program in one of the most prestigious university in Canada. And the scholarship will cover your full tuition fees, your monthly living expenses, and a one-time relocation grant from wherever you're coming from into Canada. And then there are interesting facts about this scholarship program. Okay, so irrespective of your cumulative GPA, you can submit your application. You also are not mandated to submit GRE, GMAT, IELTS, and all those tests. And then lastly, you apply to the scholarship program first. Then after, there'll be an entry period where you can submit your application to the degree program you're interested in. I hope this is interesting. Now, if you want to know more about this, if you're curious to know about this scholarship program, then join me, let's explore it. Well, before we jump into that video, if you're dreaming of studying in Germany, there is an opportunity which is coming to an end. I've made a video on it, and that's the Helmut Smith Scholarship. It's ending on the 31st of July 2024, so you might as well want to hurry with your preparations and submit your application as soon as possible. Now, for those who don't know about a fully funded master's degree scholarship to all international students who want to study in Germany, so you can grab it, take advantage of it, and submit your application before the deadline is due. Friends, my name is Kisiwa and I share content on study abroad, scholarship opportunities, internships, and every opportunity you can find globally. So if you are interested in this kind of content, all you have to do is to subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn the post notification on so you don't miss anything I post here. And then I'll be grateful if you share my videos to as many friends and family. And don't forget to like the video also. So we are here on the official website of the scholarship program we'll be looking at, and I'm going to take you through every corner of this website so you get to know what you need to know before you submit your application. Now, the scholarship is the popular McCall-McBain offered by the McGill University in Montreal, Canada. Now, as a scholar, you'll be able to pursue a fully funded master's or a second entry professional undergraduate program at McGill University. Now, as you can see, the scholarship covers tuition and fees for the full normal duration of the master's or professional program. Your living stipend of 2,000 Canadian dollars per month during academic terms, a one-time relocation grant for moving to Montreal. Now, that is not all. Scholars who are not pursuing an academic term during summer may apply for up to 5,000 Canadian dollars to pursue meaningful summer experiences. Okay, so this is so interesting about the scholarship program. They even cover you during your summer breaks. Now, the number of scholarship available for the 2025 intake is 130. Out of this 130, there are 30 full scholarships and 100 entrance award, which will be offered for the summer and fall 2025 admission to the master's or professional studies at McGill. Now, let's take a look at the eligible programs you can apply to. So you can apply for the McCall-McBain scholarship in 2024 if you are planning to apply for summer or fall 2025 admission to a full-time master's or second entry professional undergraduate program at McGill University. The program must consist of 45 credits or more and take place primarily on McGill's downtown or McDonald's campus. Now, the eligible programs you can apply to be considered for this program under the master's degree, we have the Master of Arts, Master of Architecture, Master of Arts in Teaching and Learning, an MBA, Master of Education, Master of Engineering, Master of Information Studies, Master of Management, either Analytics, Finance, or Retail, Master of Music, Master of Public Policy, Master of Science Programs, Master of Science and Applied Programs, Master of Science Applied programs in physics therapy, Master of Science, applied in occupational therapy, and then Master of Social Work. Also, a Master of Urban Planning, and then LLM, which is a law program. And then now under the second entry professional undergraduate degrees, they have law, dentistry, and then medicine. Okay, so then let's explore some of the master's degree they have available. So this is the website where you can find or search for the master's degree program you want to pursue at Migrate University. You can use the search bar here to narrow your search or filter your search, or you can go through the faculties and then search for the program you are interested in, or explore the programs available under each faculty. Okay, so we have the Faculty of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences. They also have this the art, dental medicine and oral health sciences. We have the Faculty of Management, Education, Engineering, Law, Medicine and Health Sciences, School of Music, and then Sciences itself. So you can open any of them and then go to their requirements. Now, every program have their specific requirements, so you have to make sure that you meet their requirement before you submit your application. Now, if there are any requirements that you're not so clear on or you do not meet, you can reach out to the faculty or your program coordinator and ask if you can be considered. If you're given the go-ahead, sure, you can start with the scholarship application. Okay, so yeah, that is it for the programs. Now we will take a look at the English language requirement shortly, but before we go to that, let's look at the eligible requirement to be considered for the McCall-McBain scholarship program. The eligible criteria is very simple. Okay, now this is to let you assess yourself if you are in a good stand to apply to the scholarship program. And once you find yourself in one of the following criteria, then you can start with your scholarship application as soon as possible. So the first criteria is if you are a current student on track to earn a first bachelor's degree by August 2025. So if you are within this category, you can apply for the scholarship. Also, if you earned your first bachelor's degree in the last 5 years, that is January 2019 or latter. So January 2019, January 2020, January 2021. Okay, so if you are within that group, you can also apply to the scholarship. And lastly, if you earned your first bachelor's degree more than 5 years ago and you are 30 years or younger in 2024. Okay, so in the last, let's say 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, you earned your bachelor's degree and you are 30 years or below 30 years, you can also submit your application to the scholarship program. So that is it. Now let's look at the language, the minimum language requirement to be considered if you are applying to this program. Now, if you don't know, Montreal is a French-speaking country, but McGill University offers most of their programs in English. Most of their program is in English, and so they will have to make sure that you meet the English language requirements because you will be taught in English. So for the English language proficiency, you know the norm. It's either you're writing a test or you can be considered if you meet certain requirements. So the test they require from international students are TOEFL, IELTS, and McGill Certificate of Proficiency in English, or McGill Certificate of Proficiency, English for Professional Communication. These are the three English tests they accept. The proof of proficiency may not be required if you meet one of the following conditions. The first condition is if your mother tongue or language first learned and still used on a daily basis is English. And then if you have obtained or about to obtain an undergraduate degree or graduate degree from a recognized institution in Canada or the United States of America. Also, if you obtain or about to obtain an undergraduate or graduate degree from a recognized foreign institution where English is the language of instruction. And lastly, if you've lived and attended university or been employed for at least 4 consecutive years in a country where English is the acknowledged primary language. So if you meet any of these 4 requirements, then you're not going to write any of their tests. So that is a good news for the English proficiency requirement. Once you meet the eligibility criteria and you meet the English language test, they look out for something else, and let's look at that before we look at some of the questions you might have. Okay, probably they have answered a couple of questions that you might want to ask me. They have answered it for you. So let's look at what they look out for again. That will be the last thing before we move on to the frequently asked questions. So they're looking for an exceptional character. Okay, and so if you're hardworking, if you have excellent value, if you're honest, you have integrity, you have empathy, and all of that. That is what they mean by exceptional character. Also, if you are involved in community engagements, they will also love for you to be part of this program. If you have leadership potential, if you have entrepreneurial spirit, and then if you have academic strength, I mean strong academic background, and then intellectual curiosity, they will also love for you to be part of this program. So they look out for all of these in their applicants. So if you think you meet all of these, you can also apply to their program. Then lastly, let's look at some of the frequently asked questions. I know most of you might be asking me these questions, but I'll answer them here so you don't ask them again in the comment section. The first question is there an age limit? And in general, no. So there is no age limit, but we looked at the eligibility criteria. So if you meet that, fine. But generally, there is no age limit to this program. Another question is there a grade requirement? Now, applicants must meet the GPA and other requirements for their desired program at McGill. I mentioned earlier that the programs have individual requirements, so you have to look at that and make sure you meet that. But for the scholarship itself, no, you don't need. So it says that you must apply separately to be admitted to an eligible graduate program at McGill University. You should review your desired program's admission requirements, including but not limited to the GPA, well in advance. You also have to keep in mind that one of the 5 selection criteria for the scholarship is academic strength and intellectual curiosity. We will look forward for evidence of this throughout your application, including your transcript. Now, the measure of academic strength is not limited to a narrow focus on GPA. While GPA is important, we are interested in the fit with your proposed graduate program, as well as the breadth and difficulty of the courses taken alongside your other commitments. Of course, we recognize that some programs offer more opportunity for breadth than others. Okay, so yes, in as much as you have to meet the GPA requirement for the program, they don't necessarily consider GPA to be your academic strength. They look at other things as well. So this question has also been answered. So another question here is, can I apply if I'm a part-time student? Well, you can, but you should apply for a full-time eligible graduate program at McGill, because award recipients must pursue their studies on full-time. Can I apply if I'm currently enrolled in a graduate program? And the response to this is, you may apply if you are currently enrolled in a graduate program, but intend to start a new eligible graduate program in the following year. So this scholarship is for students who intend to start an eligible graduate program in the following year. So if you're doing your master's and you want to apply, yes, you can still apply, but you have to forego the master's program you're currently doing so you can pursue this on a full-time basis. Okay, and also for those who already have a graduate degree and will still want to apply for a graduate degree, you are welcome, as long as you plan to apply for the eligible McGill graduate program that starts the next year. Okay, so yes, you also have a chance to apply again. Now, another question which is very, very interesting is, can you apply if you have deferred admission to McGill University? And the answer is yes. you can apply for the McCall-McBain Scholarship in 2024 if you have been admitted to an eligible McGill program and deferred enrollment to summer or fall 2025. For those who got admission to McGill University, but because of financial constraints, you have deferred your course or your program, you can apply to the scholarship program, and once you are accepted, you're on a fully funded right to pursue that program. Okay. There are other questions here with regards to the application process, reference forms, and all of that, transcripts and tests and all of that. So you can go through them. I'll leave the link to this page in my description. You can go through them. Okay. So yes, that is it. Now, lastly, let's look at the timeline. You should submit your application. Okay, so application to this program began in June and it will be ending in September. Okay, but for international students, by August, your application should go through. By August 21st, your application should go through. And then McGill will open its portal to accept application for the next intake between October and December 2024. Okay. So once you put through your application, if you are selected for this program between October and December 2024, you'll be invited to attend a regional interview. Once you qualify for the interview, you are then a McCall-McBain scholar for the 2025 cohort. Okay, so yeah, that is it. They have scholars for the previous years here, so you can also go through them. I mean, check if you know somebody in there. Okay, so that is all for today's video. Thank you so much if you have stayed till now, and let me know in the comment section if there is something I missed and then you want to find out. Let me know in the comment section. But by now you should start getting your stuff. I mean, getting your things together to submit your application because deadline is getting closer. So thank you so much if you stayed till now. I really do appreciate you all, and see you in my next video. It's a bye for now.